Welcome to the Bible Quiz, Episode 11. Here are some Bible questions focusing on one of the most famous stories. Lot sleeping with his daughters? To understand scriptures deeply, please like, comment, and subscribe to stay connected and continue your journey of biblical exploration. Remember, after the challenge, share your scores in the comments below. We appreciate your consideration and we look forward to hearing from you. Let's start.
God starts out his judgment by sending messengers to Sodom and Gomorrah. Who does he choose for this particular journey? Abraham. Lot. Angels.
Angels.
How many angels went to Sodom and Gomorrah? 1, 2, 3.
2.
Why were 2 angels sent to Sodom? To warn Lot of impending destruction. To find Lot. To destroy Sodom and Gomorrah.
To warn Lot of impending destruction.
Who was the first person angels saw in Sodom? Mob. Lot's wife. Lot.
Lot.
Where was Lot sitting when the angels arrived? Sitting in the gateway of the city. Praying. Working.
Sitting in the gateway of the city.
Where did Lot take the 2 angels? To Sodom? Temple? To his house?
To his house.
Who surrounded the house of Lot? Angels. His bodyguard. The men of Sodom.
The men of Sodom.
What men of Sodom tried to do with the angels? Ignored them. Fight. Brutalize the angels.
Brutalize the angels.
What Lot offered to the men of Sodom? The angels. His daughters. Animals.
His daughters.
Did Mob accept Lot offer? Yes. Some. Refused.
Refused.
Who saved Lot from the mob? Lot's wife. Lot's daughter. The angels.
The angels.
Who was blinded by the angels? Lot's wife. Bethsaida. Men of Sodom.
Men of Sodom.
What did the angels ask Lot? Leave everything and go. Run to the mountain. Hurry, take your wife and your 2 daughters. Get them out of here.
Hurry, take your wife and your 2 daughters. Get them out of here.
Who did the angels lead out of Sodom and Gomorrah? Lot, his wife, his 2 daughters, and their husbands. Lot and his daughters. Lot, his wife and their 2 daughters.
Lot, his wife, and their 2 daughters.
What did the angel tell Lot and his family not to do? Run. Don't be afraid. Not to look back.
Not to look back.
Who looked back at Sodom? An angel? Lot's daughter. Lot's wife.
Lot's wife.
What happened to Lot's wife when she turned back? She died. Turned into a pillar of salt. Turned into a pillar.
Turned into a pillar of salt.
How many people were saved from Sodom? 3, 4, 5.
3.
Where is Lot's wife pillar of salt today? Jordan River. Near Mount Sodom in Israel. Mount Sinai.
Near Mount Sodom in Israel.
What city did Lot ask God to let him escape to? Bethlehem. Zoar. Egypt.
Zoar.
Why did Lot want to leave Zoar? He was afraid. He wasn't happy. His daughters were afraid.
He was afraid.
Where did Lot go after leaving Zoar? To live with Abraham. Settle in a cave. Back to Sodom.
Settled in a cave.
Why did Lot's daughters decide to make their father drunk? Tried to kill him. Believing that there were no men left alive. He asked them,
Believing that there were no men left alive.
who is the descendants of Lot's oldest daughter? Ammon. Moab. Moses.
Moab.
Who is the descendant of Lot's youngest daughter? Moab. Ammon. Moses.
Ammon.
Thank you for watching. God bless you.
Welcome to the Bible Quiz Episode 12. Here are some Bible questions focusing on one of the most famous stories, King Abimelech, to take Sarah into his palace as his wife, designed to test your knowledge, to understand scriptures deeply. Please like, comment, and subscribe to stay connected and continue your journey of biblical exploration. Remember, after the challenge, share your scores in the comments below. I appreciate your consideration, and I look forward to hearing from you. Let's start. Which biblical book narrates the story of Abraham and Abimelech? Genesis, Leviticus, Numbers.
Genesis.
Who was Abimelech? King of Egypt, King of Gomorrah, King of Shechem,
King of Shechem.
What city did Abraham travel to where he met Abimelech? Haran, Canaan, Gerar.
Gerar.
What did Abraham tell Abimelech about his wife Sarah? She is my wife. Cousin. She is my sister.
She is my sister.
Why did Abraham say that Sarah was his sister? To protect her. To protect himself. To protect Abimelech.
To protect himself.
What happened to Abimelech when he took Sarah? Died. Got blind. He is soon struck with an illness.
He is soon struck with an illness.
How does King Abimelech find out that Sarah is Abraham's wife? Sarah told him. Abimelech saw Sarah and Abraham together. God speaking to him in a dream.
God speaking to him in a dream.
What did God tell Abimelech that if he didn't return Sarah to Abraham? He will be killed. Paralyzed. He would die.
He would die.
How did Abimelech respond to God's warning in the dream? Lord, will you kill people who are righteous and innocent and blameless? Nothing. Please forgive me.
Lord, will you kill people who are righteous and innocent and blameless?
What was Abimelech's action in the morning? Called Abraham to confront him about the situation. Returned Sarah to Abraham. Called all his servants and told all these things in their ears.
All of the above.
What was the response of Abimelech's servants when he told them what God said? Nothing. They were afraid. They were ashamed.
They were afraid.
What was the reason Abraham told Abimelech he lied to him about Sarah? I thought, there is no fear of God at all in this place, and they will kill me because of my wife. I thought they would kidnap me because of my wife. I said myself, they will kill my wife Sarah.
I thought, there is no fear of God at all in this place, and they will kill me because of my wife.
What was Abimelech's response to Abraham after Abraham told him the truth? Abimelech asked him to leave. He asked Sarah to leave. Abimelech blessed him with sheep, oxen, and servants.
Abimelech blessed him with sheep, oxen, and servants.
What was Abraham's response to Abimelech after Abimelech restored Sarah back to him? Abraham prayed to God for Abimelech, his household, and the women of his household to be healed, ensuring the restoration of their ability to bear children. Prayed to God for Abimelech's healing.
All of the above.
What did God do to Abimelech after Abraham prayed for him? Healed Abimelech, healed his wife and his female servant, opened up the women's wombs of Abimelech's house. All of the above. What lesson can be learned from Abraham's interactions with Abimelech? Trust your wife. Trust your husband. Trust in God's protection.
Trust in God's protection.
Which chapter of Genesis contains the story of Abraham and Abimelech?
Chapter 20.
Thank you for watching. God bless you.
How old was Abraham when he gave birth to Isaac? 99 years? 100 years? 86 years?
Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed, and said in his heart, Shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old? And shall Sarah, that is 90 years old, bear?
How old was Sarah when she gave birth to Isaac? 99 years. 100 years. 90 years.
Sarah was 90 years old when she gave birth to Isaac. God promised Abraham, I will bless her, and I will surely give you a son by her. I will bless her, and she shall be the mother of nations.
How old was Isaac when he was circumcised? 13 years. 8 years. 8 days old.
In the Bible, Abraham circumcised his son Isaac when Isaac was 8 days old.
Why did Sarah want Abraham to cast out Hagar and her son Ishmael? It was because she did not want Hagar to mock her, Ishmael to be heir with Isaac, Hagar to be her rival,
Wherefore she said unto Abraham, Cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son, even with Isaac.
What provision did Abraham give Hagar and Ishmael when he cast them out? Bread and a bottle of water. Bread, a bottle of wine, and a bottle of water. Bread, a bottle of milk, and a bottle of water.
And Abraham rose up early in the morning, and took bread and a bottle of water, and gave it unto Hagar, putting it on her shoulder, and the child, and sent her away. And she departed, and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba.
Apart from Sarah, who else encouraged Abraham to cast out Ishmael and Hagar? Melchizedek. God. Abraham.
And God said unto Abraham, Let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman. In all that Sarah hath said unto thee, hearken unto her voice, for in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
And the water was spent in the bottle, and she cast the child under one of the shrubs, olive trees, caves.
And the water was spent in the bottle, and she cast the child under one of the shrubs.
And God was with the lad, and he grew and dwelt in the wilderness and became a merchant, a wild man, an archer.
And God was with the lad, and he grew and dwelt in the wilderness and became an archer.
Where did Ishmael dwell? In the city of Gerar, in the wilderness of Paran, in the wilderness of Shur.
And he, Ishmael, dwelt in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took him a wife out of the land of Egypt.
Two important people came to see Abraham while he dwelled in the land of the Philistines. One was King Abimelech, and the other was Phicol, Gal, Herod.
And it came to pass at that time that Abimelech and Phicol, the chief captain of his host, spake unto Abraham, saying, God is with thee in all that thou doest.
What did Abraham use as a token of the covenant he made with Abimelech? He gave Abimelech sheep and oxen, 1,000 silver coins, a golden cup.
And Abraham took sheep and oxen, and gave them unto Abimelech, and both of them made a covenant.
Why did Abraham reprove Abimelech? He reproved Abimelech because Abimelech's servants violently took his well. Abimelech's servants were rude toward him. Abimelech wanted to tax Abraham for staying on his land.
And Abraham reproved Abimelech because of a well of water, which Abimelech's servants had violently taken away.
The commander of Abimelech's army was called Phicol. Gal, Hamor.
And it came to pass at that time that Abimelech and Phicol, the chief captain of his host, spake unto Abraham, saying, God is with thee in all that thou doest.
There was a strife between Abraham and the Philistines about the ownership of a well. For such a reason, Abraham gave Abimelech 7 ewe lambs. The 7 ewe lambs were a token that Abraham dug the well. Abraham has bought the well. Abraham has the right to claim the well.
And he said, For these 7 ewe lambs shalt thou take of my hand, that they may be a witness unto me, that I have digged this well.
What name did Abraham give the place where he and Abimelech made a covenant? Beersheba, Hamath, Shechem.
Wherefore he called that place Beersheba, because there they swear both of them.
Thank you for watching. God bless you.
Welcome to the Bible Quiz, episode 14th. Here are some Bible questions focusing on one of the most famous stories. Abraham sacrificed Isaac. To understand scriptures deeply, please like, comment, and subscribe to stay connected and continue your journey of biblical exploration. Remember, after the challenge, share your scores in the comments below. We appreciate your consideration and we look forward to hearing from you. Let's start. What did God ask Abraham to do as a test? A lamb. Choice fruits. His only son Isaac. His only son Isaac. Then God said, Take your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and go to the region of Moriah. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains I will tell you about. Question number 2. God said, Take now thy son, thine only son Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the dash which I will tell thee of. Rocks. Mountains. River. Mountains. And he said, Take now thy son, thine only son Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I will tell thee of. Question number 3. How many days did Abraham travel before he saw the place where he was to sacrifice? 3 days. 3 days and 3 nights. 3 weeks. "3 days. Then on the 3rd day Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place afar off." Question number 4. What things did Abraham have at his disposal for the sacrifice? Wood, fire, knife. All of the above. And Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering, and laid it upon Isaac his son, and he took the fire in his hand and a knife, and they went both of them together. Question number 5. Why is it that Abraham did not have any animal for the sacrifice? This is because God would provide. He was not sure of what animal God would require. He was to sacrifice Isaac. He was to sacrifice Isaac. Question number 6. When they got to the right place for the sacrifice, what was the first thing Abraham did? Bound Isaac, looked for large stones, built an altar. Built an altar. And they came to the place which God had told him of, And Abraham built an altar there, and laid the wood in order, and bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar upon the wood. Question number 7. What was the reaction of Abraham's servant when Abraham bound Isaac and laid him on the altar to sacrifice him? They tried to stop him. They helped Abraham. None of the above. None of the above. Abraham's servants were not there. Question number 8. Whose approval did Abraham seek before attempting to sacrifice Isaac? Sarah. Isaac. Nobody. Nobody. Question number 9. Who stopped Abraham from killing Isaac? Isaac. Abraham's servant. An angel. An angel. But the angel of the Lord called out to him from heaven, Abraham, Abraham. Here I am, he replied. Dove. Do not lay a hand on the boy, he said. Do not do anything to him. Now I know that you fear God, because you have not withheld from me your son, your only son. Question number 10. What was the substitute for Isaac? None. Sheep. The ram given by God. The ram given by God. And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him a ram caught in a thicket by his horns. And Abraham went and took the ram, and offered him up for a burnt offering in the stead of his son.
Thank you for watching. God bless you.
Welcome to the Bible Quiz. Episode 15th. Guess what? Here are some Bible questions about life of Sarah and Abraham. To receive notifications about updates to a Bible quiz, please like, share, and subscribe. Share your highest score in the comments below. Don't forget to tag your friends and challenge them to beat your score. We appreciate your support and look forward to hearing from you. Let's start. How old was Sarah when she died? 127 years old. 117 years old. 137 years old. 127 years old.
And Sarah was 127 years old. These were the years of the life of Sarah.
How old was Isaac at the time his mother Sarah died? 17 years old. 27 years old. 37 years old. 37 years old.
Sarah was 90 years old at the time she gave birth to Isaac. She died at the age of 127 years old.
How old was Abraham at the time his wife Sarah died? 125 years old. 137 years old. 125 years old. 137 years old.
Abraham was 10 years older than Sarah. Then Abraham fell upon his face and laughed, and said in his heart, Shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old? And shall Sarah, that is 90 years old, bear.
Where did Sarah die? Gerar. Sure. Kiryat Arba. Kiryat Arba.
And Sarah died in Kirjath Arba. The same is Hebron in the land of Canaan. And Abraham came to mourn for Sarah and to weep for her.
Abraham bought the field of Machpelah for burial. How much did he pay for it? 400 shekels of silver, 70 shekels of silver, 300 shekels of silver. $400 shekels of silver.
My Lord, hearken unto me. The land is worth 400 shekels of silver. What is that betwixt me and thee? Bury therefore thy dead. And Abraham hearkened unto Ephron. And Abraham weighed to Ephron the silver, which he had named in the audience of the sons of Heth, 400 shekels of silver, current money with the merchant.
Who sold the field of Machpelah to Abraham? Ephron, Zohar, Hetititi. Ephron.
And Abraham hearkened unto Ephron. And Abraham weighed to Ephron the silver, which he had named in the audience of the sons of Heth, 400 shekels of silver, current money with the merchant.
Where did Abraham bury Sarah, his wife? In the cave of the field of Machpelah. In the field of Machpelah. In a cave. In the cave of the field of Machpelah. And after this, Abraham buried Sarah his wife in the cave of the field of Machpelah before Mamre, the same as Hebron in the land of Canaan. In the New Testament, which apostle referred to Sarah as an example of obedience? Peter, John, Paul. Peter.
Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord. You are her children as long as you do right, and are not afraid with any terror.
Who was Abraham's second wife after Sarah's death? Hagar, Rachel, Keturah, Keturah.
Abraham married again, and his wife's name was Keturah. Keturah gave birth to these sons of Abraham: Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua.
Which New Testament figure highlights Sarah as a free woman in contrast to Hagar? Paul, Peter, Philippians, Paul.
Now you, brothers and sisters, like Isaac, are children of promise. At that time, the son born according to the flesh persecuted the son born by the power of the Spirit. It is the same now. But what does Scripture say? Get rid of the slave woman and her son, for the slave woman's son will never share in the inheritance with the free woman's son. Therefore, brothers and sisters, we are not children of the slave woman, but of the free woman. Please share your scores.
Thank you for watching. God bless you.
Welcome back to Channel Bible for Me, Episode 16. Abraham's servant travels to Mesopotamia to find a wife for his son Isaac. At the end, please don't forget to share your score. Let's start. Abraham made his servant swear an oath for
desired to show more convincingly, not to deceive Abimelech or his offspring. Find a wife for Isaac from Abraham's own land.
Abraham made his servant swear an oath to ensure he would find a wife for Isaac from Abraham's own land, not from the Canaanites.
Abraham made his servant Eliezer take an oath to do this.
Place his hand under Abraham's thigh. Place his hand on the Bible. Place his hand on altar.
He had Eliezer place his hand under his, Abraham's, thigh.
Abraham made his servant Eliezer take an oath by putting his hand under Abraham's thigh. This gesture was a solemn promise that Eliezer would find a wife for Isaac from Abraham's own people and not from the Canaanites.
How many camels did Abraham's servant take for the journey?
7 camels. 10 camels. 20 camels.
Ten camels.
And the servant took 10 camels of the camels of his master and departed, for all the goods of his master were in his hand. And he arose and went to Mesopotamia, unto the city of Nahor.
Did it take for God to answer the prayer of Abraham's servant?
A few minutes later, the next day, immediately.
Immediately.
And it came to pass, before he had done speaking, that, behold, Rebekah came out, who was born to Bethuel, son of Milcah, the wife of Nahor, Abraham's brother, with her pitcher upon her shoulder.
Rebekah was described as
beautiful and tall, beautiful and simple, a beautiful virgin.
A beautiful virgin.
And the damsel was very fair to look upon, a virgin, neither had any man known her. And she went down to the well, and filled her pitcher, and came up.
Rebekah was chosen for Isaac
Because of her beauty, by God, because of her kindness.
By God.
The servant's prayer is answered when Rebekah, a beautiful and virtuous woman, arrives at the well and offers to water the camels.
Rebekah's grandmother was called
Milcah, Elizabeth, Hagar,
Milcah.
and she said unto him, I am the daughter of Bethuel, the son of Milcah, which she bare unto Nahor.
What relationship was Abraham to Rebekah?
Uncle, great-grandfather, great-uncle.
Great uncle.
And she said unto him, I am the daughter of Bethuel the son of Milcah, which she bare unto Nahor.
Rebekah had a brother named
Bethuel, Laban, Eliezer,
Laban,
and Rebekah had a brother, and his name was Laban. And Laban ran out unto the man unto the well.
Abraham made his servant swear that he would not take a wife for Isaac from the daughters of the
Philistines, Canaanites, Mesopotamia,
Canaanites.
and my master made me swear, saying, Thou shalt not take a wife to my son of the daughters of the Canaanites, in whose land I dwell.
Abraham charged his servant to get Isaac a wife. Where did the servant and his company go on his expedition to get a wife for Isaac?
Mesopotamia, Nineveh, Canaanites,
Mesopotamia.
and the servant took 10 camels of the camels of his master and departed. For all the goods of his master were in his hand. And he arose and went to Mesopotamia unto the city of Nahor.
What gift did Abraham's servant give Rebekah at the well when she showed them kindness?
A golden earring, a golden bracelet, and a silver bracelets. A golden earring and 2 golden bracelets. A diamond earring and 2 golden bracelets.
A golden earring and 2 golden bracelets.
And it came to pass, as the camels had done drinking, that the man took a golden earring of 1/2 shekel weight, and 2 bracelets, for her hands of 10 shekels, weight of gold.
What gifts did Abraham's servant give Rebekah after her parents agreed to her marriage to Isaac?
Jewels of silver and gold, raiment, all of the above.
Jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment.
And the servant brought forth jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment, and gave them to Rebekah. He gave also to her brother and to her mother precious things.
Where did Isaac and Rebekah meet for the first time?
Near the well of Shur, in the field, on the way.
In the field.
And Isaac went out to meditate in the field at the eventide, and he lifted up his eyes, and saw, and behold, the camels were coming.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this.
Thank you for watching. God bless you.
Welcome back to channel Bible for Me. 20 Bible questions from Genesis chapter 25, Abraham's death, the birth of Isaac's sons, Jacob and Esau, and the fate of Ishmael's descendants, where you can test your biblical knowledge. Challenge yourself with engaging questions about the Bible and see how well you know the scriptures. This interactive trivia game is designed to entertain and educate. Let's start. Question number 1. Abraham married another woman called Hagar, Sarai, Keturah. Keturah. Then again, Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah. Question number 2. How many children did Abraham's last wife bear for him? 4, 5, 6. 6. And she bare him Zimran, and Jokshon, and Medan, and Midian, and Ishbak, and Shua. Question number 3. Since Abraham had many legitimate children who became his heir, all of them: Isaac, Ishmael, Isaac. And Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac. Question number 4. How long Abraham lived? 175 years, 199 years, 189 years. 175. And these are the days of the years of Abraham's life, which he lived. Question number 5. Abraham died at a good old age, which 2 of his many children came to bury him? Midian and Isaac, Isaac and Ishmael, Isaac and Joseph. Isaac and Ishmael. And his sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah, in the field of Ephron, the son of Zohar the Hittite. Question number 6. Abraham died and was buried in Shur, Gerar, Machpelah, Machpelah. And his sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah. Question number 7. Abraham's son Ishmael had how many sons? 2, 5, 12. 12. These are the sons of Ishmael, and these are their names, by their towns, and by their castles. 12 princes, according to their nations. Question number 8. Abraham's son Ishmael lived for how many years? 127 years, 137 years, 117 years. 137 years. And these are the years of the life of Ishmael, 137 years. And he gave up the ghost and died, and was gathered unto his people. Question number 9. The descendant of Abraham's son Ishmael lived from Havilah to Shur, between Shur and Gerar, in Egypt. From Havilah to Shur. And they dwelt from Havilah unto Shur, that is, before Egypt, as thou goest toward Assyria, and he died in the presence of all his brethren. Question number 10. Ishmael gave birth to many sons, but Isaac gave birth to 12, 11, 2. 2. Question number 11. How old was Isaac when he got married to Rebekah? 27. 30 years. 40 years. 40 years. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padanaram, the sister to Laban the Syrian. Question number 12. Like Sarah, Rebekah was also beautiful, barren, old, barren, and Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. Question number 13. What did Isaac do when he saw that his wife was barren? Isaac prayed to the Lord for his wife. He made her inquire of the Lord. Rebekah gave her slave to Isaac. Isaac prayed to the Lord for his wife, and Isaac prayed to the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord granted his prayer, and Rebekah his wife conceived. Question number 14. Rebekah went to God to make an inquiry. Why did she do that? This was because she wanted to know why the children in her womb struggled. She wanted to know why her pregnancy was delayed, for her son blessing. She wanted to know why the children in her womb struggled. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, "If it be so, why am I thus?" And she went to inquire of the Lord. Question number 15. What did God tell Rebekah? Give burnt offering. You are mother of nation. 2 nations in her womb. Two nations in her womb. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Question number 16. Jacob and Esau were identical twins, fraternal twins, half-brothers. Fraternal twins. Esau and Jacob were not identical at all. Esau was described as red in complexion and very hairy, but Jacob wasn't. Question number 17. At birth, Jacob came, holding Esau's finger, thumb, heel, heel. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. And his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. Question number 18. Rebekah loved Jacob more, and Isaac loved Esau more. Why did Isaac love Esau more than Jacob? Isaac loved Esau more because Esau was his firstborn. Isaac loved Esau more because he ate some of Esau's venison. Isaac loved Esau more because Esau proved to be a strong man. Isaac loved Esau more because he ate some of Esau's venison. Question number 19. What Esau sold to Jacob for lentil stew? His birthright. Red. Esau's hunting skills. His birthright. Now Jacob cooked a stew, and Esau came in from the field, and he was weary. And Esau said to Jacob, "Please feed me with that same red stew, for I am weary." But Jacob said, "Sell me your birthright as of this day." And Esau said, "Look, I am about to die. So what is this birthright to me?" Then Jacob said, "Swear to me as of this day." So he swore to him, and sold his birthright to Jacob. And Jacob gave Esau bread and stew of lentils. Then he ate and drank, arose, and went his way. Question number 20. Esau grew up to become a shepherd, farmer, hunter. Hunter. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. Please don't forget to share your score with us.
Thank you for watching. God bless you.
Welcome back to Channel Bible for Me, Episode 18. Here are some Bible trivia questions from Genesis chapter 26. To test your Bible trivia knowledge, challenge your own knowledge of the faith. Genesis 26 primarily focuses on Isaac and his experiences in the land of the Philistines, specifically the city of Gerar. Let's start. Isaac said Rebekah was his sister, a lie. Who first discovered that Isaac was lying about Rebekah? A spy of the king of the Philistines, the herdman of the king. The king of the Philistines. And it came to pass, when he had been there a long time, that Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked out at a window, and saw, and, behold, Isaac was sporting with Rebekah his wife. Why did Isaac lie that Rebekah was his sister? He feared the Philistines would kill him and take her. He feared the Philistines would take her from him by forces. He feared the Philistine king would envy him because of her. He feared the Philistines would kill him and take her. And Abimelech called Isaac and said, Behold, of a surety she is thy wife, and how saidst thou, She is my sister? And Isaac said unto him, Because I said, Lest I die for her. Why did the Philistines envy Isaac? They envied him because he had a beautiful wife. He was living on their land. He was prosperous. He was prosperous, for he had possession of flocks, and possession of herds, and great store of servants, and the Philistines envied him. Why did the king of the Philistines tell Isaac to go away? Isaac worshipped God. Isaac was much mightier than them. Isaac had become a great nation. Isaac was much mightier than them. And Abimelech said unto Isaac, Go from us, for thou art much mightier than we. When Isaac left Gerar, he went to settle in Valley of Gerar, Beersheba, the land of Moab. The valley of Gerar. And Isaac departed thence, and pitched his tent in the valley of Gerar, and dwelt there. Why did Isaac call the name of the first well Esek? It is because the herdmen of Gerar did strive with Isaac's herdmen for the well. The herdmen of Gerar claimed they dug the well. The herdmen of Gerar owned the land. The herdmen of Gerar did strive with Isaac's herdmen for the well. And Isaac's servants digged in the valley, and found there a well of springing water. And the herdmen of Gerar did strive with Isaac's herdmen, saying, The water is ours. And he called the name of the well Esek, because they strove with him. Isaac called the second well by the name Beersheba, Sitnah, Sinai. Sitnah. And they digged another well, and strove for that also, and he called the name of it Sitnah. What name did Isaac give to the third well his servants dug? Herdman. Sitnah. Rehoboth. Rehoboth. And he removed from thence, and digged another well, and for that they strove not, and he called the name of it Rehoboth. And he said, For now the Lord hath made room for us, and we shall be fruitful in the land. The second place Isaac settled after leaving Gerar was Gerar Valley, Beersheba, Mountain Sinai. Beersheba. And he went up from thence to Beersheba. What did Isaac do the next day after God had appeared to him? He built an altar and called upon the name of the Lord. He left Sinai and went to Bethel. He gave burnt offering to God. He built an altar and called upon the name of the Lord. And he builded an altar there, and called upon the name of the Lord, and pitched his tent there. And there Isaac's servants digged a well. The king of the Philistines went to meet Isaac with 2 other people. Who were they? Elon and Beeri. Elon and King. Ahuzzath and Phicol. Phicol and Ahuzzath. Then Abimelech went to him from Gerar, and Ahuzzath one of his friends, and Phicol the chief captain of his army. What was the name of the king of Gerar, who was there at the time Isaac went to Gerar? Phicol. Abimelech. Elon. Abimelech. And it came to pass, when he had been there a long time, that Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked out at a window, and saw, and, behold, Isaac was sporting with Rebekah his wife. On the day that the Philistine guests left Isaac, Isaac's servants dug a well and found water. What name was given to that well? Sheba, Beersheba, Sitnah. Sheba. And he called it Sheba. Therefore the name of the city is Beersheba unto this day. At what age did Esau marry? 22 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old. "40 years old. Which of these were wives of Esau? Judith and Bashemath, Sapphire and Bashemath, Bashemath and Sarah. Judith and Bashemath. And Esau was 40 years old when he took to wife Judith, the daughter of BiBlE the Hittite, and Bashemath, the daughter of Elon the Hittite. Why was it a grief of mind to Isaac and Jacob when Esau married Hittite women? It is because the Hittites hated and were envious of Isaac. The Hittite women did not respect them. They did not want their children to marry from the inhabitants of the land where they were. They did not want their children to marry from the inhabitants of the land where they were. The only altar Isaac was recorded to have built was in the valley of Gerar, Beersheba, Bethel. Beersheba. And he builded an altar there, and called upon the name of the Lord, and pitched his tent there, and there Isaac's servants digged a well. Who prevented Isaac from going to Egypt during the famine? Joseph. The Philistine king. God. God. And the Lord appeared unto him, and said, Go not down into Egypt. Dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and comment.
Thank you for watching. God bless you.
Welcome back to the channel Bible for Me. 15 Bible questions from Genesis 27 details Isaac's attempt to bless his son Esau, who is blind, and Isaac's unintentional blessing of Jacob instead. At the end, please share your score with us. Question number 1. What bad effect did Isaac suffer in his old age? He was bedridden. He became lame. His eyes became dim. His eyes became dim.
And it came to pass, that when Isaac was old, and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, he called Esau his eldest son, and said unto him, My son. And he said unto him, Behold, here am I.
Question number 2. Isaac had expected to eat food prepared with venison, but, eventually, he ate food prepared with beef, shavan, mutton. Shavan.
Go now to the flock, and fetch me from thence 2 good kids of the goats, and I will make them savory meat for thy father, such as he loveth, and thou shalt bring it to thy father, that he may eat, and that he may bless thee before his death.
Question number 3. When Rebekah devised a plan to steal Esau's blessing, He feared being caught. He loved his brother very much. I feared punished by God. He feared being caught.
And Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, Behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. My father peradventure will feel me, and I shall seem to him as a deceiver, and I shall bring a curse upon me, and not a blessing.
Question number 4. What did Rebekah do to make Jacob appear like Esau to Isaac? She made Jacob wear the cloth of Esau. She made Jacob put the skins of a goat upon his hands and upon the smooth of his neck. All of the above. All of the above.
And Rebekah took goodly raiment of her eldest son Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob her younger son. And she put the skins of the kids of the goats upon his hands, and upon the smooth of his neck.
Question number 5. What was the mood of Isaac when Jacob came in, claiming to be Esau? Worried. Doubtful. Angry. Doubtful.
Then Isaac said to Jacob, Come near so I can touch you, my son, to know whether you really are my son Esau or not. Jacob went close to his father Isaac, who touched him and said, The voice is the voice of Jacob, but the hands are the hands of Esau.
Question number 6. Jacob brought food to Isaac, claiming to be Esau. What made Isaac doubt him? His voice. He brought the food earlier than Isaac expected. All of the above. All of the above.
Genesis 27:22. And Jacob went near unto Isaac his father, and he felt him, and said, The voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. Genesis 27:20. And Isaac said unto his son, How is it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son? And he said, Because the Lord thy God brought it to me.
Question number 7. Apart from the food prepared with meat, what else did Jacob give Isaac to consume? Bread. Beans. Wine. Wine.
And he said, Bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat, and he brought him wine, and he drank.
Question number 8. When Esau was told that Jacob has usurped his blessing, what did he do? He cursed him, decided to kill him. He cried. He cried.
And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father.
Question number 9. The name Jacob means what? A. Supplanter. A liar. A cheat. A supplanter.
And he said, Is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me?
Question number 10. Esau planned to kill. When did he intend to carry it out? After Isaac goes to sleep. In the field. After Isaac's death. After Isaac's death,
And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
question number 11. When Esau lost his blessing, he comforted himself with the plan of killing his mother, Rebekah, his brother, Jacob, his brother and mother. His brother, Jacob.
And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Question number 12. Rebekah advised Jacob to flee to Haran, Gerar, Nod. Haran.
Now therefore, my son, obey my voice, and arise. Flee thou to Laban my brother to Haran.
Question number 13. If Jacob flees, when will Rebekah send to bring him back home? After the death of Isaac. After the death of Esau. When Esau's anger turns away from him and he forgets what Jacob has done to him. When Esau's anger turns away from him and he forgets what Jacob has done to him.
Until thy brother's anger turn away from thee, and he forget that which thou hast done to him. Then I will send and fetch thee from thence. Why should I be deprived also of you both in one day?
Question number 14. Jacob was advised to flee to the brother of Rebekah, who goes by the name Bethuel, Laban, Medan. Laban.
Now therefore, my son, obey my voice, and arise. Flee thou to Laban my brother to Haran.
Question number 15. Who prepared the food Jacob took to Isaac? Rebekah, Jacob's mother. Esau's mother. All of the above.
And he went, and fetched, and brought them to his mother, and his mother made savory meat, such as his father loved.
Thank you for watching. God bless you.
Welcome back to Channel Bible for Me, Episode 20. The main point of Genesis 28, and the main point of this sermon, is that God's presence comforts his sinful people wherever they go. We'll see Jacob leave his family. In the end, don't forget to share your score. May God Almighty bless you. Let's start. Question number 1. When Jacob awoke from his sleep, which one of these was the first thing he did? He said, Surely the Lord is in this place. He said a prayer. Burnt offering. He said, Surely the Lord is in this place.
And he was afraid, and said, How dreadful is this place! This is none other but the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven.
Question number 2. When Jacob woke up early in the morning, he set up a pillar. What did he use to set up his pillar? The large stones around him. The stone he used as his pillows. The stones he slept on. The stone he used as his pillows.
And Jacob rose up early in the morning, and took the stone that he had put for his pillows, and set it up for a pillar, and poured oil upon the top of it.
Question number 3. As a form of libation, Jacob poured on the pillar he had set was blessed water, blood, oil. Oil.
And Jacob rose up early in the morning, and took the stone that he had put for his pillows, and set it up for a pillar, and poured oil upon the top of it.
Question number 4. Jacob called the place where he slept and dreamt by the name Bethel, Luz, Rehoboth. Bethel.
And he called the name of that place Bethel, but the name of that city was called Luz at the first.
Question number 5. Initially, the place where Jacob slept and dreamt was called Bethuel, Bethel, Luz. Luz.
And he called the name of that place Bethel, but the name of that city was called Luz at the first.
Question number 6. What vow did Jacob make to God at Bethel? If God would be with him, protect him, and provide for him, safely return him to his father's house, then God would be his God. All of the above. All of the above.
And Jacob vowed a vow, saying, If God will be with me, and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat, and raiment to put on, so that I come again to my father's house in peace, then shall the Lord be my God.
Question number 7. Jacob said that the stone he had set up for a pillar shall be a place of worship, a temple, God's house. God's house.
And this stone, which I have set for a pillar, shall be God's house, and of all that thou shalt give me, I will surely give the 10th unto thee.
Question number 8. Jacob said that of all the things God would give him, give a 10th, burnt offering, sacrifice his son. Give a 10th.
And this stone, which I have set for a pillar, shall be God's house, and of all that thou shalt give me, I will surely give the 10th unto thee.
Question number 9. Isaac wanted Jacob to marry from his distant relatives. In fact, he advised Jacob to marry a woman from the house of Haran, Abraham's brother, the house of Lot, the house of Bethuel. The house of Bethuel.
Arise, go to Padanaram, to the house of Bethuel, thy mother's father, and take thee a wife from thence of the daughters of Laban, thy mother's brother.
Question number 10. Why did Esau go to marry the daughter of Ishmael? It is because the daughters of Ishmael were more disciplined. Esau saw that the Canaanite women did not please Isaac. There was enmity between Isaac and the Canaanite. Esau saw that the Canaanite women did not please Isaac.
And Esau, seeing that the daughters of Canaan pleased not Isaac his father.
Question number 11. The daughter of Ishmael whom Esau married was called Rachel, Aram, Mahalath. Mahalath.
Then went Esau unto Ishmael, and took unto the wives which he had Mahalath, the daughter of Ishmael, Abraham's son, the sister of Nebajoth, to be his wife.
Question number 12. Preferably, Isaac wanted Jacob to marry from the daughters of Ishmael, Lot, Laban. Laban.
Arise, go to Padanaram, to the house of Bethuel, thy mother's father, and take thee a wife from thence of the daughters of Laban, thy mother's brother.
Question number 13. At the time Jacob left to go to his uncle, Isaac and his household were living in Beersheba, Padanaram, Haran. Beersheba.
And Jacob went out from Beersheba, and went toward Haran.
Question number 14. Isaac blessed Jacob and sent him away to his uncle who lived in Shechem, Canaan, Padanaram. Padanaram.
And Isaac sent away Jacob, and he went to Padanaram unto Laban, son of Bethuel the Syrian, the brother of Rebekah, Jacob's and Esau's mother.
Question number 15. Who was Rebekah's favorite child? Jacob, Esau, Ishmael. Jacob.
And Isaac loved Esau, because he ate of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob.
Please don't forget to share your scores.
Thank you for watching. God bless you.